You probably feel a sense of accomplishment after you donate the bags of clothes that have been sitting in your car for 3 months to Goodwill. You can even use your donation as a tax write-off. What's not to love? Donating is an excellent idea whether you are doing spring cleaning or looking to complete your New Year's resolutions. Despite donors' good intentions, Goodwill has stated that they receive inordinate amounts of trash, and donors should stop donating waste and other things they have to throw away. Similarly, some of Goodwill's business practices aren't exactly what they appear to be. It's time to reconsider what you donate to Goodwill and if anyone is interested in purchasing it. Environmental concerns. It is interesting to see how COVID-19 impacted our local communities in a post-pandemic world. Goodwill is an excellent example of a business heavily affected by the pandemic, but not in the way you would think. Goodwill receives millions of donations throughout the year. However, during COVID-19, they received more than ever. The result of all the donations was that many workers had to spend their shifts sifting through other people's trash and throwing away piles on piles of waste. Creating more waste is never great for the environment, and Goodwill is still trying to navigate out of this pattern. Questionable business practices. Goodwill is known for hiring disabled people and giving people in challenging situations a chance to make a living, and we respect them greatly for that. Yet it may be different from what it seems. If you know someone who has worked at Goodwill, you know the pay is abysmal. According to Indeed, the median wage for working at the National Thrift Store is $8 an hour. It is hard to sell the idea that Goodwill's primary goal is job training, when $557,000 of its $4 million in profits is spent on the CEO's million-dollar salaries with bonuses. CEO of Atlas Clean Energy, Gabriel T. Arce, Jr. writes on LinkedIn. Approximately $53.3 million in bonuses were tallied from the earnings of the workforce, who were undoubtedly exploited for cents on the dollar. Negative impact on other countries. What happens after you donate your clothes to Goodwill? Well, not a lot. After the employees sift through your, hopefully clean, clothes, many contributions are shipped overseas because they cannot be sold. While it seems like a great idea to ship unwanted clothes to third-world countries in need, it can be extremely harmful to their economies. When our used clothes get sent abroad, their sales compete with other local merchants and textile industries in the area, Julie Quenick from Remake says. This competition can put financial pressure on those who may already be struggling to make a profit. Goodwill, or good marketing. Despite what their marketing suggests, Goodwill's profitable business model only sometimes works out for low-income shoppers. The nonprofit relies on donations to keep its business afloat. You donate your clothes for free, and in exchange, you get a slip of paper saying you donated, which you can sometimes write off on your taxes. Then, thrift store employees sift through your donations and put them on the floor at an elevated price point. Many low-income families in the community need help keeping up with these prices, which alienates the exact people Goodwill is trying to help. The nonprofit lacks transparency regarding what happens after you donate, contributing to its shady business model and questionable marketing choices. Giant supply chains. Something to consider when donating to places like the Salvation Army and Goodwill is that they are national supply chains. As such, Goodwill receives an outstanding amount of donations daily, which can lead to an inefficient system. Due to the high number of donations, the value of your contribution has decreased. If you donate to a local charity or a consignment shop, you'll find the value of your donation to be more on par with the scale of the store. Doesn't support local economy. When driving down the road, it's not uncommon to see a few different Goodwill locations. The nonprofit even has some places specifically reserved for donation drop-offs. As a result, Goodwill does not help your local economy because it hurts the smaller consignment stores and charities that are trying to make a difference. Next time you donate, consider researching your local thrift stores. It may surprise you just how many consignment shops and thrifting spots are in your area. They often work to help boost the local community and economy. Fast fashion still exists. It's well known that fast fashion could be better for the environment. Clothes made quickly, cheaply, and in hazardous conditions create much waste. While you may think that thrifting at Goodwill gets around fast fashion, It is part of the problem. When consumers buy quickly made clothing, it often only lasts for a short time due to the cheap fabrics and inks used. Then, the consumer donates these ripped, broken, bleeding, or inexpensive clothes to Goodwill, making it their problem. These fast fashion clothing items are either put on the shelves for others to buy, added to a giant trash mountain at the dump, or sent to other countries in need, which, as we now know, doesn't benefit them. General donations. Since Goodwill is a general donation center, you can send anything to them. Yet, when you donate all of your things to large supply chains, the smaller charities that could use it end up missing out. Consider donating your specific items to local charities and nonprofits in your area that are in need. For example, if you have old clothing you want to get rid of, donate to a local shelter or domestic violence center. You never know who might be thankful for that old Star Wars t-shirt. Monetary donations. Sometimes, donating money is more helpful than taking your clothes down to Goodwill. As we've said before, Goodwill often has to throw away many clothing donations or send them to countries that ultimately hurt their economy even more. If you are interested in helping others, donating your time or money can better impact those in need. Donate online directly to people in need instead. With the rise of online donations through charities, nonprofits, apps, and websites, it is much easier to donate directly to those in need. Donating is great in general, but due to Goodwill's business model and its impact on the environment and community, it may be time to consider taking your 3-month car riding contributions elsewhere.